They may be two of pro bowling's most famous faces, but today Jason Belmonte and Anthony Simonson are at the bottom of a stepladder bracket that features a re-energized Andrew Anderson as its top seed.
Let's go! Come on!
Will Anderson be able to fend off his challengers and make it to the final match of the 2025 PBA Tour Finals? Find out next. It is time to resume day 2 of the 2025 PBA Tour Finals from Steel City Bowl and Brews in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. We've determined the Group 1 winner. It's E.J. Tackett. Now we move on to Group 2 in the annual June event of a PBA Tour match in the top 8 in points over the last 2 years in a 2-day competition. Here are the competitors. Andrew Anderson leads the way. Number 2 slot, Marshall Kent, a finalist here last year, followed by two-time winners of this tournament, superstars Jason Belmonte and Anthony Simonson. Welcome back to Bethlehem. As always, the fans are cheering for the Hall of Famer Randy Peterson. I'm Dave Ryan. How about E.J. Tackett survives the roll-off with Graham Faw?
What a match that was. You know, E.J. Claude fought his way back to capture game 2. And then that roll-off was spectacular. 2 crazy 7 pins was the undoing for Graham Faw.
It's no surprise, right? I mean, E.J. Tackett always gets the job done, it seems like, when he really needs to.
Well, I'll tell you what, he can be clutch as good as any player on this tour, and he's proved that throughout his career, especially the last 3 years. But those 7 pins for Graham, it was crazy to watch. Tackett's ringing 10 pin there. Otherwise, he probably strikes out in perfect 60 there in the 9th and 10th. But what a great match.
All right, so E.J. takes a 2-hour break. We'll see him at 9 Eastern, CBS Sports Network championship match. Race the 2 against, well, the winner of Group 2. Bowl TV highlight. Let's talk about Andrew Anderson and Marshall Kent yesterday.
Yeah, that was an interesting game, and Marshall Kent struggled with some spare shooting, ended up having 3 open frames in this game. Well, it wasn't as close as the ending score indicated. 193-191 winner for Andrew, who basically just grinded his way to that win.
Double A survives, and he's the top seed. Stepladder, as we see it, defending champ Anthony Simonson matches up with Belmo. The winner battles Marshall Kent, runner-up here last year. The top seed is Andrew Anderson, as we saw, trying for his first career PBA Tour Finals title. When we come back to the Lehigh Valley, time to bowl again. We'll determine the Group 2 winner to take on E.J. Tackett in the championship show. What a first match we've got. Simo, Belmo, next.
The PBA on CBS Sports Network is presented by Go Bowling. For friends and family fun, log on to gobowling.com to find a center near you.
All right, Randy, time to look at tonight's oil patterns. Powered by Kegel.
And Mileno Monicelli, Hall of Famer, 40 feet on the right. Johnny Petraglia, Hall of Famer, 46 feet on the left. And once again, we're probably going to see urethane from out. And the players on the left lane are going to play the middle part of the lane to start. See how long they stay in the urethane before going to reactive on both lanes. Anthony Simonson yesterday played lanes completely different than any of the other players. We'll see what his strategy looks like tonight.
The 2-time and defending PBA Finals champion with 16 career PBA titles and 5 majors, Anthony Simonson.
Needed a 9th, 10th frame roll-off in the championship match here a year ago to beat Marshall Kent. Who was in Group 2 again. This young superstar, 28 years old. We just heard 16 titles, 5 majors already. titles this year. Maybe that changes today. Nice into the 10-pin.
A 32-time PBA champion, all-time majors king with 15 titles, the 7-time PBA Player of the Year, Jason Belmonte.
Does he really need an introduction? I mean, this guy, one of the goats of the game all time.
Just a quick message to Bowie back home who turned 4. Happy birthday, Bello. Love you very much.
Back home to his son. Happy birthday, Bowie. Your thing, right lane, 9-pin.
Urethane on the right, right up the gut. Just left a second arrow to start. Same strategy for Belmo early.
As the 9-pin has his mark. 9 top 10s this year for Belmont, 3rd in the points list. Did win his 32nd career title, Rob Holman doubles with Bill O'Neill. They beat TJ Archer and Sean Maldonado in the championship match. This guy's done it all. True legend of the game. Nice shot left lane.
Had a lot of open frames last night, did Belmonte. We'll have to clean that up tonight.
His message to us pre-show, I have to be better and I will be better.
All right.
Based on the credentials, you don't doubt it.
No. Different strategy on the right for Simonson tonight. Oh my goodness.
8-pin.
Wow. A little bit farther right for Simo than Belmonte on that right lane, but pesky 8-pin. Thanks a lot.
Has your infamous 8-pin.
Yeah.
Any of the players on tonight's show bowl a perfect game. Everyone in America can receive a free game of bowling courtesy of Go Bowling. To pre-register, visit GoBowling.com and sign up for the Go Bowling Free America promotion.
Same ball that Simonson used on the left lane last night, that level.
Last year in 2021 has won this event.
Yeah, his strategy is going to be to pipe it nice and straight hard on both lanes. And I like that because now his motion and his shape, everything's kind of mirrored one another for both lanes. Whereas when you're throwing urethane on one lane and reactive on the other, everything changes, right? Ball motion's different. Where you're standing, where you're looking, angle, everything's changed when you're using urethane and reactive.
Urethane right lane. That looks great right on the screws.
All right, so now watch Belmo's next shot on the left lane. That shot there was between second and third arrow on the right. Now watch this next shot with reactive. Here you go. Here's a great look. That was like the 12.5 board. Just split it right between second and third arrow.
That's the first of 2 re-racks in the match available to him.
Looks like Ion Pro Solid for Jace on the left lane. He's using an IQ Tour 78U on the right.
Turkey to go up by 20. Oh, a hit on the 10-pin. Messenger across the net takes out number 10. Down you go. Clean white presented by Dude Wipes, Randy. This was something else.
Hey, 10-pin, clean yourself up. Here's a Dude Wipe. Oh, violent, filthy.
KO's the 10-pin. Simo for the double. And boosts it to 10. Does just that.
No 8-pin. Belmo's playing him a good 10 boards different. Right lane to left lane. Let's see where Simonson's ball crosses the arrows here on the left lane. Belmo's between second and third arrow. We take a look at his arsenal level on the left lane. IQ Tour 78U on the right.
Next straight year for Simo at this event. Looking for his third title. EJ, Simo, Belmo, and Troop have each won it twice. So 4 bowlers have won 2 each of the 8 PBA Tour Finals to date.
Simonson just a couple boards right, 1 or 2 right on that left lane. Belmonte's a good 10 left on that left lane.
Head-to-head with Simonson. There's the record. For 4-bagger, 10-pin lead. Yes, trip 10-pin. Won this event in 2018, 2022. He told us pre-show, let's give him even more confidence. Not that this guy needs confidence, but it does help. Unique event, the Invitational, top 8 in points over the last 2 years. And only those 8 make the PBA Tour Finals field. For the nickel, to up by 20, 4-pin.
Oh, I like that better than the last one.
Just a pinch high, leaving the 4.
2 300s at this event. Against Don Barrett, 2022, Arlington, Washington again. Same site next year, Chris Prather. The last 2 televised 300 games. On the PBA Tour from this guy, Belmo, both at the PBA Tour Finals in suburban Seattle. Underway, Show 2, Group 2 Finals. Matchup of 2 major superstars in the sport. CBS Sports HQ Spotlight keeps you up to date on all the top stories with highlights and in-depth analysis. Catch the crew weekdays right here on CBS Sports Network. Let's flash back this building a year ago here in Bethlehem. Simonson knocked off Marshall Cannon in the race, the 2 title match 2-1. 10th frame roll-off. Simo prevailed by 2 pins, 40-38. Second PBA Tour Finals title, also won it in 2021. His 15th career PBA Tour title. Got the trophy, got the big bucks. On this exact same TV pair a year ago, wants to repeat the feat in 2025. Group 2 semifinals, first match with the legend Jason Belmonte head-to-head. These 2 will be in every Hall of Fame you can imagine when they're done. Out of the break for the lead. 4-pin doesn't get to it.
Maybe just a pinch soft on that shot out of the break.
That was for a 4-bagger.
Two of the best in the sport, head-to-head.
treat for us. Get to see him here 2 days in a row on TV. First the positioning round, and now head-to-head in a winner-take-all match. Stat pack up to this point. Pipes it. Yeah. Flushes the pocket, and down they go.
That's how low he gets with his upper body. And then just shoves it through the front part of the lane.
Seven for Belmo, works on a spare. Yes, indeed.
All right, to increase the lead by 20 here in the 8th.
Strike in 6 or 7 frames.
Careful. A little high on that shot as well, but all 10 go down. Remember last time, the 4-pin, he really liked it. He's going to finish on that lane. Simonson now to put pressure on Belmonte, but no matter what, he cannot shut Belmonte out. Belmonte max scored 269, Simo 259.
213 and 191 games here yesterday. Not what he wanted. It's a new day now. Big shot to cut it to 10.
Have a re-rack, please.
Shaping up to look like first one who misses here in the 9th and 10th loses.
Takes a re-rack. Wants to think things over here. Told us this week he's finally healthy after dealing with tightness in his lower back for about 3 months. A lot of stretching, physical therapy.
That's a long time for a young man to have tightness in his back. 3 months. And I know backs are bad.
Win probability.
Hates it.
He didn't like it, but it held its path and still crushes the pocket.
Well, he threw it hard enough, even though he got it in. He threw it hard enough for it to stay on line, and that's exactly what it did. Watch this. This is left, and he's like, oh, my God. And it stayed right there.
Turkey evens things up. Belmo for his Turkey for a 10-pin lead. And the foundation frame, huge shot. Got it. He's back on top.
2 more in the 10th. Belmonte moves on.
Maybe the first here. Yes, indeed.
You like that one, you can tell. As soon as he let go of it.
Last year, Randy, in Group 2, Simonson beat Belmo in a 9/10 frame roll-off in this round. Belmonte would love to
In re-rack.
return the favor. Wants a re-rack here. Take a little time. Think about this one.
Striking 1 to move on to face Marshall Kent.
Looks for a 5th in a row, seal the deal. Got it! Revenge for last year. Frame of the game presented by Beatbox. Delivers.
Our biggest scores of the night, and what a time for Belmonte to ace this shot here. He'll be moving on.
A frame of the game presented by Beatbox, the original party punch. Beatbox, what's your flavor? Please enjoy responsibly. Just needs one. He'll take 10 more and take the win over Simonson.
Go back to Simonson's solid 8 in the second frame. If he strikes there and strikes out, it's 279 winner.
Not this time. Belmonte a year ago was the top seed out of positioning, but fell to Simonson, as we talked about in the 9/10 frame roll-off, 49-37. Simonson went on to beat Marshall Kent in a roll-off in the championship show. Late hit on the 10 there.
What was that conversation we had? Don't need it.
Simonson could have the second best score of the night and lose by 10.
Belmonte through a 10-pin win over Anthony Simonson. We'll have a new champion of the PBA Tour Finals. The reigning champ, Simo's day is done. Updated step ladder. Group 2, EJ Tackett won Group 1 earlier here tonight in Bethlehem. Belmo over Simonson. Defending champ is done. Marshall Kent and Belmonte. The next match, Andrew Anderson waits at the top as the #1 seed from Group 2 in positioning yesterday. Belmo's won this event 2 times that we talked about. June 2022, Angel wins outside Seattle. First game championship match, knocked off Dom Barrett 300-238. His second 300 game, 34th all-time. He'd do it again the next year. The 35th all-time 300 game. That was his 30th career title, 8th player in PBA Tour history at that point to win 30. And Belmo and Randy about to chat.
Jace, great opening match, great game. What do you do to stay ahead of the transition moving forward?
Yeah, I think it's one of those things where you just got to take a risk when you see a shot not do exactly what you want to see. So, you know, the way in particular the right lane is breaking down with the urethane, you get a bit of confidence knowing that the reactive ball, you know, may not overhook. So when you make that guess, you just got to really commit to it, hope it's the right move, and then throw it really good.
Jace, what we saw last night with Group 2, the high rev rate players, the left lane looked like it almost ran out of room. Do you see that potentially becoming a problem tonight?
Also, I think it's really cute that you call me Jace. Like, not very many people over here call me Jace, so thank you for that, Randy.
You're welcome.
Yeah, look, I mean, Anthony played a long way to the right on that left lane, and so that's one less person that was breaking down the lanes. And you know, now we've got myself, Marshall, and Andrew who like to get in a little bit. So it's possible, but I don't think we're going to run out of room. I mean, all the players left, we can throw it in the air. So as long as there's enough boards on the approach to move left, we'll find a way to get it down there.
You got it. Thanks. Good luck.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, Jace. I'm going to call him that from now on. That was pretty cool.
A 7-time PBA champion with 1 major title, Marshall Kent.
That major came last year, part of a breakout 2024. This year, the polar opposite, a free fall, unfortunately, for Marsh. Not his best season, but because of the great point total from last season, this is a 2-year cumulative point total event. He's here. He wants to win it. Off to a good start.
And we'll see if he cleaned up his fair game from last night. We got done. He moved over to the practice fair, and guess what? He was shooting spares.
Immediately. Off the air, right to the practice pair to work on 4 pins. Exciting first match for Belmonte. And again, right lane to start the match. Good shot, 10-pin stands.
In case you're wondering, game 1, Belmonte did not lead a single 10-pin.
So first crack at the corner pin, he's got that. After 223, 188 numbers, Belmonte in Group 2 here last night. 411 total pinfall for 3rd place. Left lane. Okay.
Well, he's way in, but he still has plenty of room because he can throw it halfway down the lane in the air. This guy can loft it pretty good, too.
Tremendous athlete.
We're not quite there yet. Marshall going with the urethane as well on the right lane.
TOC champ last year. Tattoos the pocket. That looked really good out of his hand. Won the Illinois Classic last year as well. The 2-title season, fantastic for him. Knocked off A.J. Johnson, the top seed in the championship match in that one.
There's his arsenal.
51st in points this year. That crosses over. Almost goes Brooklyn 3-6-10 up.
Crown victory on the left lane for Marshall Kent. As this ball goes high, 3-6-10. This was an issue last night for Marshall.
Let's see the practice paid off.
Good cover.
Right down the line, 3-6-10, no problem this time.
1 for 1.
He's happy. Batting 1,000. Tied with Walter Ray Williams Jr. for most Player of the Year awards. EJ's about to win his 3rd straight and 4th total. Take the lead. Yes.
Great shot.
Belmonte's pre-show ran that about 10-year span. He got all the breaks. He was the one on top of the game. All those wins, all those majors, 15 now total. Last year or so, maybe not in that stratosphere, but what a run for Belmonte. He's 41 years old. Still a lot of time in this guy's career. Trying to rack up some more wins. Help on the 10-pin. The messenger says, down you go. It's the Clean Wipe Randy, presented by Dude Wipes.
Yeah, as this messenger is coming across the 10 pins thinking, man, does anybody have an extra Dude Wipe? I'm going to need it. That was beautiful.
Turkey, Belmo up 13. Kent works on a spare. His fourth frame. Oh, boy.
Whoa. That labored big time down the lane, but Marshall Kent's got a lot of hand. Enough revs to shake up the pocket on the light hit.
Simonson title match a year ago. Bill O'Neill to win Group 1 last year. 9/10 frame roll off by 20. And lost by 2 pins to Simonson in the 9/10 frame roll off in the championship match. Wants a victory this year. Nice shot.
All right, cuts it to 3 now. But Belmonte working on a 3-bagger.
Good shots. Here's Belmo. There's another strike. Up 13.
Just kind of getting up there and dumping that urethane ball into the floor, right? And just kind of letting the surface and the friction of the lane take it to the pocket.
Win probability, there you see the numbers. Looks good for Belmo now, the 4-bagger. Looks for the nickel and a 23-pin lead into the TV timeout. What she's got.
Wow. Jason Belmonte working on a 5-timer. Takes a 23-pin lead halfway through match number 2. More to come. Stay with us.
Welcome back. PBA Tour Finals here in Bethlehem. Marshall Kent getting set to resume his match with Belmonte. Joins Randy.
Marshall halfway through this match against Belmonte, the start that he has, you're down 23. What is your mindset like moving on with half a game to go to get back in this?
How many?
23.
You know, just got to keep throwing good shots. You know, I can only control what I can control, so we'll just go from there and see what happens.
All right, Marshall, thanks for your time. Good luck.
Thank you.
Coming up next, coverage of the 2025 PBA Tour Finals concludes. Ultimate face-off. The winner's crown. EJ Tackett won Group 1. Comes your way right here on CBS Sports Network. 9 Eastern, the scheduled time for that. Wrapping up 9 hours of live coverage and crowning a PBA Tour champion. Cut to 13, right lane, huge shot, looking for help, doesn't get a messenger shot, doesn't get that break on the 10-pin.
Good cover. Marshall has to start striking. Missed an opportunity there with the urethane 10 on the right lane.
4th appearance for Marsh at the PBA Tour Finals.
Hanging in there.
Big shot left lane for a strike. But the Belmonte train has been cooking.
A little bit more loft now in the left lane for Marshall. Following transition, anticipating maybe a little bit more hook. And very nice execution on that last shot. But Belmonte driver's seat can increase the lead to 44 with 2 more strikes.
What a title match it was in Reno. But Tackett did it. His 2nd major of the season. Dunlop's won 15 majors. Wants another strike. Has it. Half a dozen in a row and a 34-pin lead.
Yep. He saw that one drifting high, and it did, but it still struck.
Win probability jacks way up now to 88.4% for the two-hander from down under. That's that. Could go up even more here with that strike. Late tap on a 10, 44-pin lead. He's cruising.
Well, max score Belmonte now 290. And watch him walk this one off. Wow. 290 max score Belmonte, 256 Marshall Kent.
Anderson awaits the winner. His best season in a long time. Double A on top. 2-8 double wood. A lot of practice, a lot of work in the weight room, put on some muscle after the playoffs. Several months he's been at it. Get himself in the right shape. Fire Whisker's got the double wood. There's not much anyone can do against Jason Belmonte when he's on his game like this.
Well, max score now for Marshall Kent, 236. Belmonte is already in the 250s. If Marshall doesn't strike here, I wonder if Belmonte will look at a different ball on the right lane. In essence, it'd be a free shot.
Oh, that's so far left.
Bad.
That was so bad.
Which he didn't do. Lofted it. Knew right away it was off the mark.
Just stop.
Belmont's going to get a win here. Looking for his 3rd ever PBA Tour Finals title. Andrew Anderson stands in his way, though, at the top of Group 2.
Hard cover.
Nice one.
All right, let's see what Belmo does on this right lane here in the 9th frame. Yep, there it is. He's going to look at another ball.
You like that?
Absolutely. Going with identity.
New ball, looks for an 8-bagger, which he's got.
Tell you what, he'd give anything to throw another shot on that right lane.
This one's mathematically over. So Belmonte, Anderson, and a race to 2 to win Group 2. Winner of that takes on EJ Tackett tonight, 9 Eastern. Championship show here on CBS Sports Network to wrap up the PBA Tour Finals. 7 late, but down it goes. It's been his match. Nine bagger. That'll do it. How about double digits? How about 10? Not quite enough for the messenger. Little nudge.
Pull the Parker reset on you. Go get him with it, mate.
How about back-to-back games in 269, 279 for Belmonte?
We can make a little noise now.
It's good to see Marshall back.
Great to see him back.
I think he's trending in the right direction. There's still a couple of tournaments left in 2025.
Lucy doubles event. The PWBA star and Lucky Larson in Sweden. Bubba has a little fun. This one's over.
Well, it swept the 10-pin off. And then full rack came down. He was just shooting the 10-pin. And I'm not sure if it's 0. I guess they have to give him 0. I'm not sure. We'll figure it out.
All right, we know Bubba won, that's for sure.
You reset it. I hit that smack in the face.
We'll see how well this works out.
Oh! Between the legs, come on, strike! Oh! 10-pin, that was great.
Awesome.
Hey, that was sweet.
How long is this one? 7 minutes. 8 minutes.
2:78. Game for Belmo. Take a look at the Go Bowling trivia question. Which finalist has the highest average in PBA Tour Finals history? The answer is coming up. This was pretty cool. The match was over. Why not? Little trickeration. Hook on that shot between the legs and almost got all 10. Awesome. All right, Randy, remember Graham fought his match, missed a 5-pin. So all the fans here in Bethlehem with their arms up, well, they wanted a free drink, free refreshment, and Graham's passing them out.
Kyle helping out. You gotta love it. You gotta love a man who pays off his debts, you know? Way to go, Graham.
Help from Kyle Troop. Pretty cool.
They put ours in the fridge, by the way.
A lot of fun here again in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. So the Go Bowling trivia question. Which finalist the highest average PBA Tour Finals history? It is none other than Belmo himself. 239.35 for Jason Belmonte, who moves up the ladder.
That average is going up, by the way.
Gotta feel like right now, RP, the confidence for Belmo through the roof, right?
Absolutely. I mean, when you start 269, 278, you're walking off shots like that. There's nothing but confidence going through that body.
Takes care of Marshall Kent. So now Andrew Anderson awaits at the top of Group 2 as the top seed. This is going to be a fantastic match.
Yeah, it really is. Jason's got all the momentum going, but Andrew Anderson not short on confidence because of what he's accomplished in 2025. It's going to be a great matchup.
It's been his best season, right?
Yeah.
First win in 7 years. That came in Reno. We call that. So Andrew's ready. Belmo's ready. And Belmo's not been in the winner's circle singles match for quite a while. One of them doubles with Bill O'Neill this year. Can't wait for this matchup here on CBS Sports Network. Group 2 title about to be determined. It's match 3. It's Belmonte Anderson, and it's next. Welcome back to the 2025 PBA Tour Finals on CBS Sports Network from Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. The PBA is proud to have the Bowlers to Veterans Link as the official charity of the PBA Tour. In tonight's PBL Salute to Veterans, we welcome U.S. Air Force Airman First Class Robert Hetrick, who served for 4 years. Thank you so much, Robert, for your service protecting our nation's freedom. To donate, go to bbl.org.
Thank you, Robert. My father, too, Air Force.
We appreciate all the brave men and women.
Yes, sir.
Protecting our nation's freedom. Match 3, Group 2. This will be fun.
Man, play good.
Belmonte has been on fire. 278 was the final number, by the way, at the end of match 2, knocking off Marshall Kent. Starts the race to 2, didn't like it, and 4-pin as a result.
That's a good 9.
Real good 9. Left of left out of his hand, but just a 4-pin. In between 5th and 6th arrow to start this best of 2 matchup.
Has a 4-pin, has his mark.
He owns 5 PBA Tour titles with 1 major, the 2018 PBA Player of the Year, Andrew Anderson.
Returning to Player of the Year form, or close to it this year. He knocked off E.J. Tackett in Reno in the championship match of the Albee Classic for his first singles title in 7 years.
We're going to go to that classic.
Just turned 30.
Flashback.
Great bowling ahead for the top seed of Group 2. Good start. As we just mentioned, March 15th, Bowling Stadium in Reno. Mike Colby Nevada Classic presented by Pilgrims. Rematch of this year's U.S. Open final. AA faced E.J. Tackett. Anderson knocked off E.J. to win the title, 237-181. 5th career singles title. First in 2,478 days since the Greater Jonesboro Open in June of 2018. As he told us this week, felt so great to be back on top in a singles show. Long wait finally over for Anderson. No 7-10, but a 10-pin does stand. He called it a year of redemption, and he sure has delivered. Second in points.
Andrew starting with urethane on the right, ultimate wrecker on the left. That is reactive. Race to 2. If they split 1 game apiece, we'll have a 9th and 10th frame roll-off. Just like we witnessed earlier this evening with E.J. Tackett and Graham Faw. And there it is. Belmonte going to reactive resin now, going with identity on the right lane to start here in game 1.
Good shot, 10-pin. Seventh all-time, 32 titles. First all-time, 15 majors. 7th ever to win the Triple Crown. Super Slam, along with Mike Albee. 7-time Player of the Year and every imaginable accolade for Belmo. An incredible run of dominance. He told us this week he wants to stay on tour for at least 3 more years. Then he'll evaluate. Those long trips from Australia. 30 hours to get here to the East Coast. Pretty exhausting.
Yeah,
the older pins too, isn't it?
The older you get, the harder it is to pull that off.
Nine spare strike for Belmo. Anderson by 1. Third frame works on a spare.
IQ Tour 78U on the right lane, and again the ultimate wrecker on the left for AA.
Urethane looks high, held its line nicely, and crunches the pocket with power.
Doing what he did last night, just piping that urethane ball up the right lane. Watch how straight this is up the boards. 13 at the arrows.
Second appearance in his career at the PBA Tour Finals, also 2019 in Vegas. He lost to Marshall Kent 224-189 in the Group 2 stepladder. So knocked off Kent here yesterday. That looks good. They told us this week 2019 was an embarrassment. Threw the ball all over the place. Was dealing with a torn tendon in one of his right fingers, so it was not one to remember. He is flipping the script here this year. To cut it to 1. Does that.
Well, that one made a little bit better motion down lane than frame 2, where he left that 10-pin.
Tony, can I please take a re-rack?
Again, remember, folks, he was using the urethane ball in that right lane. And now into reactive resin.
Belmo, big believer in using his 2 re-racks in each match on TV. Likes the better spot, likes to think about it, take his time, make his opponent think.
Can I take a timeout, Tony? Sorry.
Timeout.
So a re-rack and a timeout.
He asked for a re-rack, didn't get the re-rack, so it was too late. So the timeout instead to avoid the shot clock violation, to clean that up. We resume for the lead. 5th frame. Yes, indeed. Turkey for Belmonte. To go back on top. Not this time, 2-pin.
And the blowing into the thumb hole, it's hot breath into that thumb hole that creates a little bit of tackiness, a little bit better grip in that thumb. See a lot of players do that. Andrew, light with the urethane ball. My brain is like yelling at me going, all right, how long does he stay in the urethane? Because I'm not convinced. And especially if Belmonte gets on a heater. It just looks pretty lazy down lane. But we'll see.
Next number is +20 for Belmo to this point. Left lane, double A.
Pretty good shot for a flat 10.
Even nine spare helps Belmo's cause a lot. He's working on a turkey.
Solid season for Andrew Anderson. Maybe the best of his career. Halfway through game one, Belmonte, slim lead over Anderson. More to come.
Visit PBA.com to check out officially licensed PBA apparel and merchandise. Items include PBA hats, t-shirts, jerseys, and more. Head to PBA.com and click on the Shop PBA link. Some good merch out there.
You can be styling and profiling like those youngsters.
Look at the kids.
Speaking of styling, how about Belmo? 269, 278. Strikes out this game, it's 279.
Four-bagger on a 21-pin lead. That's got to really hurry.
Yeah, threw it real hard. Threw it hard and got it wide.
248.
Lucky the 10's not with it. His worst shot in 2.5 games tonight. Nice pair. And commercials can do that too. It changes the rhythm a bit, right? You get into that rhythm mode and you're used to throwing a shot every however many minutes. And then all of a sudden that a little commercial break. That rhythm changes just enough.
Never easy out of the break. You know yourself, Randy, all those shows you made. Okay, re-rack officially awarded now to Belmo. So the win probability at nearly 58%. It's anyone's match. Game, first game of the race at 2.
And back on it. Dave, have you ever tried bowling with two hands?
Yes.
And?
Has not gone well. Also the same with one hand for me. You don't want to see.
Well, I've seen that action. I'll tell you what, that's pretty. I know there's plenty that hate the two-handed style. I get it.
7 for double A. Works on a spare. Ooh,
Buddy.
See that ball laboring down lane? I said it a couple of frames ago. I said, not sure about that urethane for double A on the right lane. And right here, this ball almost looks like it backs up. Look at it bail down lane. Wow. Let's put it this way. It wasn't that bad to leave a bucket. That's urethane. And where he has to play on the lane right now with it.
Good cover the bucket.
Real good cover.
Very important in this race to game 1. He wants a re-rack as well. Think it over.
Just one double for Andrew through 7. Belmonte with a 12-pin lead here in game 1. It's a race to 2. And the winner will face EJ Tackett.
He beat EJ in Nevada. EJ beat him in Indy at the U.S. Open this year.
Yep. So
got some revenge, but Tackett has won 4 times, trying for 5 tonight. Championship match, he's throwing ready. Good shot, 10-pin.
Okay, now what, Andrew? Yep. He's thinking the same thing. Okay, now what? That was really good. It didn't strike. Shot before was kind of a flat 10. But that one was real good. Same result, 10-pin. Now what?
I feel like I threw it hard, but I didn't think it could bucket. Left lane, I didn't mind it. Just a little to the right.
Yeah, the right lane, I think you threw it hard.
I'm on the 8th for a 23-pin lead.
And as Andrew Anderson is in the back talking with Rotogrip brand manager Chris Schlemmer, Belmonte doubles up and extends his lead here in game 1 to 23.
Tony, may I please take my second one? Yeah, buddy.
I'd say Belmonte's in a pretty good spot. He's really understanding what the right lane is giving him with the ball change he made. And now it's just staying ahead of the transition on the left. Keeping an eye on ball motion on that left lane. He's so deep on that lane. Now, that being said, Andrew doesn't have the same rev rate and isn't as deep.
Saw the win probability increase for Belmonte. Foundation frame for the Turkey. 33-pin lead. Ringing 10-pin. Good shot.
Yeah, this is a really good one. Both Anderson and Belmonte go back-to-back, ringing 10 pins on this left lane. All right, with a spare here, max score for Jason will be 235. Max score for Anderson, 223. All right, good cover. So Andrew needs to strike out here to give Jason something to think about. But no matter what AA does, he cannot shut out Belmonte. And Andrew staying with the urethane.
His ninth.
Yeah, try to shape it just a little bit more on that shot. He's going to dance with the one he brung.
See a little bit more shape here.
So a little bit farther right, picking up a little bit more friction and a little bit more shape. Now, can you get the corner out on the left lane?
It's his 10th to cut it to 12. Oh, ringing 10-pin again. The answer is no, Randy.
That's his 4th 10-pin on the left lane in this game. What does that tell you? Because I can tell you what I'll tell you what it tells me. Wrong ball on that lane.
Wrong ball.
Even though the shape looks good, the motion looks okay, it's not striking.
Not getting the corner pin.
Andrew has to look at a different ball here in the fill shot. He's not going to win game 1. He's got to look at something different.
Timeout. Yep.
Going to tape, but he's got to look at something different. And it looks like he's going to tape up a different ball here. Yep. Let's see if I can pick up the name for you. Looks like High Road 40.
Looks a little better.
Little different shape, little different motion down lane.
So 3 for Anderson. And Belmo trying to put this one away, make it official. All Belmonte's got to do is keep on the lane. To wrap up the game, which he'll do. Trip 10-pin strike. That'll do it. Belmonte a winner in game 1, race to 2. One more, he'll win Group 2 and then take on E.J. Tackett, the winner of Group 1. That's later tonight on CBS Sports Network. That's race to 2.
Belmonte.
Belmo.
Belmonte looking at high road 40.
Fish around here. Get luck.
No comment. I got nothing.
Can't say it?
I got nothing. That shape looked pretty nice, though. That looked fun.
Pin after 7 before 9.
Just say it. It's a solid 8.
Okay.
I mean, just because I'm still in therapy over it doesn't mean anything.
It's part of your history, RP. It's all right now.
Yeah. Great.
Belmo wins game 1. Race to 2 over Andrew Anderson. Game 2 next. Next season, expanded coverage of the PBA and CBS Sports begins with the World Series of Bowling starting in May, including the PBA World Championship Finals on CBS and Paramount Plus. From 9 hours of coverage to 31 next year, including a major on CBS Sports. Can't wait to continue great coverage next year and expand. Ready now for game 2.
All right. Attention star now on the left lane for Andrew. Hates it.
Didn't like it. That's why it's a high shot.
Yeah.
Baby split 310.
What was that?
Was it a distraction? Did something catch Andrew? I didn't hear it. All right, baby split. Couple ways to make it. The best way is to cover both pins with the bowling ball. Something did catch Andrew.
Yeah, you can tell.
Great cover. Yeah, at this level, too, let's not dismiss a good spare game.
Distracted by someone in the crowd. Anderson's first shot. He's still shaking his head about it. Belmo wants to start the second game in style, which he does. Rushes the 1-3 pocket.
Dan, what's the opposite of tight?
Loose.
Yeah,
relax.
That's him.
Chill. Locked in. Look at that ball reaction. Perfection. On the screws. Now the left lane. Whoa, watch out.
First one of those we've seen on the left.
210 split.
Remember, the winner takes on world #1 E.J. Tackett.
That's a race to 2 match. Next on CBS Sports Network, live coverage continues from Bethlehem. First, this one to deal with. Got it! The 210 split. Fantastic conversion from Belmonte. It's the moment of the match. Brought to you by Pilgrims. Chicken can be boring, but Pilgrims is turning chicken nuggets upside down. I love it. You love it. Put it in a nugget. How about that, RP?
I just got done saying something about having a spare game at this level.
That was an incredible conversion.
Staying with the urethane. And look at it bail again for another bucket.
Buddy.
Gives the pin deck a contemplative stare. He's wondering why. Again, the bucket again converts.
Have a re-rack, Tony. Yeah.
Wants a re-rack to think things over.
Come on, man. Settle down. Have some better shots.
All right, back to the, looks like the ultimate wrecker. This is the ball that he couldn't get the 10-pin out on the left lane with. He went back to it.
Let's see if it works out this time for him. The answer is no. Another corner pin, another ring 10. It's not happening.
For me, it's a head scratcher. Last game, 4 10-pins with that ball on that left lane. He made a bad shot to start with a different ball, goes back to that ball and leaves another ring 10 with it.
Well, a lot of practice on single pin spare conversion for Anderson. But the way Domo is bowling is not the time to
Tony, can I please
practice
take a re-rack?
spares. And Domo wants another re-rack. His 188 second game in the positioning round here last night, a distant memory now. Highlighted by the 210 split conversion. That was incredible.
Oh, how about the leaner on the 10? Hey, 10-pin. Here, I got a little something for you. Watch this. 6-pin goes into the right gutter and leans on the 10. All right. Last time up, 210 on the left lane for Belmonte. And let's see what this one looks like. Still staying with that same ball he's been using all night long on the left.
Oh, boy. 15-pin lead. He didn't like it. That's why. What a mess. 3, 4, 7, 10 split remaining. Yikes.
All right. Really only one way to cover this. And it's like you're shooting the baby split, and then you carve that 3-pin over into the 4 and 7. Needed to cut it just a little bit more.
That was close. That was close. 4-pin stands. It's an open frame. And a match changer here in the second game.
This could have been disastrous if he doesn't touch the 3-pin. He loses a ton of count. Instead, because he was working on a strike. Man, that was a great save for not converting.
That was better with a new ball.
Out of the urethane into the high road 40. And that was a beautiful motion and a great executed shot by AA on the right lane. Here we go. Watch this. See, he has to move in now because he goes to a stronger ball. That's an educated guess and a confident shot by Andrew Anderson.
This for a 17-pin lead. The win probability now in his favor.
Same ball in the left lane, Dave.
Two different oil patterns. That's interesting.
And he anything but the ball that was leaving 10 pins with, right?
You got to make that change. Double figure pin lead. He's pumped here in game 2. Really wanted this one. Oh, yeah.
You can make the adjustments. You can make the changes. You still have to execute the game plan. You have to make great shots. You did it.
Win probability increases. Belmo leads a double wood 2-8.
Fast. You look fast. Good news, no 10 pin. Oh, good cover. All right. All right. What's going to happen on the left lane this time?
Good question.
Last 2 shots, both splits, 2-10 and 3-4-7-10.
Made one, almost made the second.
Ball change. I believe that is a high road 40 as well.
With some lofts, trying to change his fortunes. Just the corner pin 7.
Amazing how quickly things change. I mean, this is game 4 for Belmonte. Finally throwing a different ball on that left lane. All right.
Game 2 close, but Anderson has got the advantage. How about that 2-10 split conversion from Belmonte? Anderson on a heater, wants game 2 to force a roll-off. Anderson up 18. He works on a double into his 6th frame. Game 2, Belmonte won the first, the race to 2. If it's tied 1-1, we'll have a 9th, 10th frame roll-off to determine the Group 2 winner. Group 1 taken by the world #1, PJ Tackett. Looks to throw a significant punch in the match. Does that. Big one.
Great ball change on that right lane. We've only seen it go down the lane. Excuse me. We've only seen it go down the left lane once. But the last 2 shots on this right lane look beautiful with this ball change here. Looking to climb his way right back into this match. Can increase the lead to 38 and tie it up and send it to a roll-off.
See it.
Great look out. We've seen this before, the 2-10 split.
Again, that's why I wasn't confident. Only seen the one shot go down the lane, and it did strike, but it went light. This time real light, leaving the 2-10.
Belmo made it. What do you think?
What do I think? I think he has a chance to make it.
2-10 again? No, whiff. Loses count as well.
Ah, come on.
Look at that. Now it's 12. Into Belmo's 7th frame.
I mean, it went from potentially being 38 up to now only 12.
Extraordinary career for Belmonte. Big shot in the 7th. 4-pin is stubborn.
Both players Juggling a bunch of equipment here in game 2 of this final match. Who'll figure it out first?
Chess match.
Yeah.
It's strategy, it's adjustments, dual oil pattern. Very challenging here in Bethlehem. See the stat pack numbers.
Belmonte's games tonight, 269, 278, 225 game 1 against Anderson. This will be his lowest game of the evening.
Eighth frame down 13. Comes in high and the 3-6 stands.
Again, who will figure it out first? Looking more and more like we're going to be headed to sudden death again. And Dave, right now, I think the right lane is the better of the two. I think it's the easier lane to figure out. More strikes have been thrown on the right lane this game than the left. But we only have 5 strikes total in 15 frames.
Turkey for this guy until the 210 split. 9-pin. Good shot.
If we do go to a roll-off, Anderson gets choice of starting lane. Good shot here. He's made 3 really good ones after the ball change on that right lane. And he gets to finish game 2 on the right lane. All right, so to spare there, max score.
Come out.
As he takes the timeout, looks like max score for Andrew Anderson, 219.
Okay.
Max score for Jason Belmonte, 204. No doubles in this game for Belmonte. Just 2 strikes through 8 frames.
Those came in the first and third frames.
And that just tells us all just how much the lanes have changed and the adjustments that players face and go through out here on the PBA Tour.
Oh, it's high. Foundation frame. First ball, just 3-6, almost had a split, which could have been a nightmare for Anderson this late.
That could have been disaster. If he splits there and opens, it could have been game over for him. But he still has life if he covers this, because if he does spare, his max score is still 207. Remember, Belmonte only 204. Left lane's turning out to be an absolute beast.
Comes through, covers a 3-6, has his mark.
We're grinding.
Yes,
Yeah,
you are. Both players grinding. Left lane is a monster right now. How about 1 strike here in game 2 on the left lane for both players?
Well,
1.
that shows you 2 of the best in the world. How tricky these conditions are.
Big shot here.
Needs it right lane.
Oh, man.
4-7.
That's the hold gone.
I think he actually liked this too, and it goes high. So if we do go to a roll-off, he's going to have to move. If he stays with that ball, he's going to have to move even farther left, more in try to find some hold, try to find the oil line. But he's done on this right lane here in game 2. All right, if he does strike out in the 10th, he will force Anderson to mark and good count. Belmonte now max score 192. Strike spare in the 10th gives Anderson 197.
See the full score. It's shocking. No strikes since the 3rd for Belmo. After the way he'd been mowing them down here tonight in Bethlehem.
He went back to the iron. And back to the iron, moved farther left and started lofting it.
Kenny, may I take my second rear rack, please?
Second and final re-rack. Belmo takes it here. Think things through. For his second in the 10th. Finally, another strike.
That lane is cooking.
On fire. If we do go to the roll-off, Anderson will have choice, and I could almost guarantee you that he will start, which will make Belmonte finish on the left lane. That was a test shot, I would think.
Which is conceding.
Pretty much all but over. Just good count right here for Anderson on this shot here.
He's lost this second game.
8 on the first ball, and it's on to the roll-off.
Winner takes on EJ Tackett here on CBS Sports Network. The last show of the 2025 PBA Tour Finals. That's a race to 2. Eight for the game 2 win. Going to the roll-off.
Yeah, Andrew will start on the left lane. Get one shot out of the way, finish on the good lane, the right lane. Belmonte will somehow try to figure out a way to get his ball to the pocket on that left lane. Although, not so sure about the right lane for Belmonte either. Last shot on the right went high. I think there's a slight advantage to Andrew Anderson going into the roll-off.
Much better run for Anderson. PBA Tour Finals after a disastrous 2019 appearance in Vegas.
I'm going to start in the left lane.
There you go.
As we expected.
What do you think of that left lane there, dude?
I don't know yet. I think I'm going to throw Wrecker. My best chance of striking, I think. I thought that shot was good. It was slower. It was up the lane. Am I good?
One shot in the left lane. And like Pelbo finished there. 9th, 10th frame roll off. Here we go to see who takes on Tackett. Max score is 60. We're tied again after 9th, 10th frame roll off. A one-shot roll off determines the winner. We'll just keep on going until we have a victor in Group 2. Just enough.
We're not done yet.
No, you're not.
Rip the 4-pin. Huge shot for Anderson.
I mean, I just don't see how Belmonte gets this done. I'm not saying he can't.
Trying to match Anderson's strike. Does it. That's on the right lane. Now the enigmatic left. Can he figure it out with the loft? 10-pin. So close.
Absolutely aced that shot for 9. I mean, that was as good as it gets.
Look at 10-pin. That's just a tough break.
As good as he had when he had to have it. And he gets 9. All right, strike here forces Anderson to get first strike in the 10th. It's not over yet.
Tony, can I just take my timeout? Is there a timeout in this? I feel like there is.
Yeah, absolutely try to regroup after that absolute kick in the gut.
Slow it down a little more.
Left lane again. This time, he gets the 10-pin out.
Alrighty.
Two of the best you'll ever see. Those last 2 shots by Belmonte. Now, Anderson must strike on this ball. Or we could go to a 1-ball roll-off. The strike here, he moves on to face EJ Tackett.
Anderson has got it.
How good is that? How good is that? Jason gave him his absolute best. Haymakers. Anderson walked right through it and aced it.
Forces the roll off and comes through in the clutch. Needs 6, gets 10, and advances to the championship match. What a battle with Belmo.
Come on. Man.
Next up, EJ Tackett for the title.
Wow. What a match. Wow. I didn't know if Belmonte would even hit the pocket on the left lane. 2 of his best ever. Ring and 10. And then a strike. Anderson, door open, walks right through it.
Tackett, Anderson, championship match is on the way from Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Yes, the 2025 PBA Tour Finals. Andrew Anderson. Anderson knocks off one of the sport's all-time greats in Jason Belmonte to move on to the championship match. Now for the Hall of Famer Randy Peterson and the entire crew, it's Dave Ryan saying so long for now from Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. We'll be back after the break to bring you the PBA Tour Finals championship match, Race to 2. It's been a presentation of CBS Sports Network, the 24-hour home of CBS Sports. Next up, Anderson Tackett for the 2025 PBA Tour Finals title.